What's going on YouTube? Today we will change out the lower unit on this 2001 50 horsepower 2-stroke Mercury. We're going to change this lower end. There was some water in the seals, and it's hard to get in reverse, and I have an extra one over there. So let's go ahead and do that, and I'll show you step-by-step process. This is the lower unit I'm replacing with. I'm just going to swap everything over from the water pump to the impeller. This one is a little bit in better condition. Just need to paint it up and put the prop back on there. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it, and I'll show you step-by-step process. So we have two 10 mil wrenches. We're going to detach it from the shaft. You can see it's detached because it's off that rod right there. And there you go. So next up, you want to remove this part. It's a 13 millimeter right there. I'm missing the black piece. And then we have this nut hidden right here. It's a nylon nut, so you got to get a big socket up in there. And then remove these 4 big bolts, and then this lower end will all drop down. Next, we're going to remove this propeller, so then it's easier to take off. You want to bend these tabs right here. So what we're going to do is take this flathead, bend them back. So the nut can come off. There you go. See, they're all folded outwards so the nut can come off. Then you want to use a 5/16 wrench socket. Get up on there. Some nylon nuts. Take this washer. And that's how that goes on there. It's supposed to come off, but let's see what's up in there. So to take this off, you got to give it a light tap. Comes right off. Very important. The next step, you want to take this nut off. I'll go ahead and get the socket and tell you guys. We took this nut off, this lower piece. It's 11/16 socket. Next thing we'll do is remove these 4 bolts that hold in the lower unit. Awesome. I'm all loose. We'll just pick them all out. They are pretty in there pretty good. All 4 bolts are out. Let's go ahead and drop this lower unit. There's the lower unit. Let's go ahead and transfer everything over to the other one. Well, YouTube, our luck kind of ran out here. We found out this lower unit's no good either. Seals need to be rebuilt. And this isn't looking too good. And I called around and no one really rebuilds these lower units anymore near me. So I'm just gonna full send it with this lower unit. And I think it has to do something with this adjustment. I had it up way too high. There's nothing wrong with this lower unit. We took it out, took this out. There's no water in the lower unit, brand new fluid in it. So I'm gonna clean this off, put the screws back in there, and then we're gonna put it back in the boat, and then we'll go from there. You wanna make sure you put grease on these splines when putting it back in, just so it slides in a lot better, keeps it lubricated. Alright YouTube, we got the lower unit back installed. Found our problem. Adjusting this, not having reverse. Let's go ahead and put the prop back on. We already did that part and these 4 bolts right here. So, yeah. What's going on YouTube? We're gonna be putting this fluid back in the lower unit since we drained it all. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Just got this off Amazon, $14. Nice little pump. Already comes everything you need. So, yeah, let's do that. And when you're putting in fluid and you're taking it out, just make sure you take out this vent screw. Looks just like that. That's the bottom one with the magnet on it. But, you know, Amazon just makes it so easy. You just go ahead and pump it. And when it comes out of here, that's how you know you're good. And that's how you know you're full, when it starts pumping out like that. What a total mess this is right now, because the only problem with this is when it's low, it doesn't reach all the way, so you gotta pour it out. I just want to show you that's how you know it's full. It starts pouring out the vent tube. So let's go ahead and close this up. So there it is. You know, we put the lower unit in, fresh fluid, drain. You know, just boat stuff really. It's the motor. 50 horsepower 2-stroke Merc 2001. Brand new freshly built carbs, new lines. starting to get it tuned in, getting ready for summer. I'll start it up for y'all and show you that the water pump's pissing and this motor's healthy. So let's get it.